World of YouTube, True Do You and Terrible Sight here. I've gotten an email today, very, disappointed, kind of disturbed, and very disappointed because I have suffered from a time of darkness where, yes, I had at once tried to, take my own life. In this video that they have removed, and of course I cannot show the picture, even though it's on the friggin' internet, and tragic death of Evelyn McHale. Now, I don't know what YouTube where was going with this, or someone in the community maybe saw my video and didn't like this, but I was only very well maintained of not, provoking, or how can I say that? Trying to, have anybody have thoughts of suicide with this video, let alone, push someone over the edge. I mean, if you look up the name and you see the pictures that are very graphic and detailed, yeah, it's disturbing. It's not good to see, but I wanted to, go over the story and, pay my respects to a woman who must have been, I could say from what I remembered, probably, screwed over in love. Because I think her husband left her or cheated or did something and didn't come back. So it led to her poor demise. And, it says here, we do not allow content that contains real-world suicide imagery on YouTube. Okay. But if you look it up, and where I got it off from was a website. It was either true crime or, I want to say, what the hell is that other one I look into? Damn it. I mean, I got some websites that I go on to that brings this kind of stuff up. I can't remember the damn names. But I get an email, and I wanted to share this because for the photographer who took that picture, it was ridiculous. Ran up there, look at the pure beauty, and the headlines was even more disturbing and disgusting, and laying there like she was just sleeping calmly, and the way they portrayed it and put it in content back at that in that time, right? It's like the song Dirty Laundry by one of the greatest singers of all time from the Eagles. That's right. Not Glenn Frey. I can't remember his name either. Don Henley. That's right. And how he sings in the song, she could talk about the plane crash with a gleam in her eye, right? And it's enthusing, and it's just back in these days, right? Now you do it today, it's no good. You get this stuff, you get taken down. It's just, wow. And you know what? I wanted to, make people aware suicide is not the way to go. Especially if you do suicide, they say, wherever you kill yourself, wherever you may lay and die, that's where your spirit's gonna linger. You can't get out of there, and I believe that 100%. You will stay in there eternally. So if that don't spook you, I don't know what will. But suicide is not the way out. I, yes, did have problems back in my heyday. I had a loss of suicide to an uncle of mine that I, wasn't really related to, but that man was just as much as of an uncle to me as he was like a brother to my brothers. So, and and his father was actually, come to find out, the godfather to my second oldest brother, because I found some old videos, and the way everybody was dressed up back then, my father didn't confirm it, but I figured it out because one, I think my brother was like baptized. Two, the way the Jimmy Wallace, the father of the great Dave Wallace, Bone Wallace, Jacob Wallace, and every sister and throughout that family, and their kids, growing up with them guys, knowing them like a family. It's just sad that right, I have a video up of explaining that story of Man in the Tree. And and right at that time and moment, when I was in my closet trying to do what I was doing and getting out of here, I swear to God, that man screamed in my conscience or screamed in my mind, no, don't do it. I mean, a voice came from somewhere, and I think he was there. And right, and it was that point on that I decided to change my ways, do what I can do best to stand in this world, and not let nothing bring me down ever again. And so far, I've been through some rough times, even after the fact of my happening there. And somehow I have plowed through it with a fist of fury. I have plowed through everything that I have accomplished in life with, not even thinking of, even though I have that symptom down on my disability now. Oh, yeah. Man, I tell you. Sometimes I say stupid things, but somehow I bang out of the cell that I'm trapped in. No walls or cells can keep this man locked up. And I try and do everything and think of my kids and family, wife. That is, although half my family's gone, but to think that, they're there and I need to be here for a reason. And right, there's no substitute of going off and saying, see y'all later. Because, yeah, you're going to get locked in that space for eternity. And I do believe that. This poor woman, right, I wanted to go over it, and I wanted to go over details of the photo because it was just disturbing for one and disgusting why they displayed it. I mean, don't get me wrong. The damn, suicide you heard around the world. But they made it look more like a damn circus, is right. And it's them photos and it's that period of time that made it all come forward to the future to where everything is even more insanely disturbing and disgusting. And right now, right, you got it all down with fake news. Whatever the case may be, if it's true or not, stuff is put up there on media each and every day to make things look worse than what it is, or to simplify, to get their picture or their story on top of the world for people to get millions of hits and views on it. And it's someone else's destroyed life that brings forth the proposition, that's right, to make money, to get views, to make it to the top. But I gotta pause for a moment and get back. So I had to pause for a moment. I'm back. And as I was talking about earlier, It's insane that YouTube would even think that I'm here to harm myself or to think to even harm others or make others harm themselves. I'm not here to support suicide. I am here also to help suicide thoughts. Actually, a buddy of mine, I won't mention no names, but he was up talking about the old him. And back in 1990, year right after, well, no, not a year after. When did mine happen? I say about, mine was around 87. I want to say maybe 88. In between that time is when I had my episode, and he had an episode in 1990. And I mean, I went right on there and immediately, text him. They did sent me all kinds of stuff in an email, hotline, suicide hotline and everything. But I was biting my tongue to go off and do an appeal. But, if it's this imagery that they don't like to see, so be it. I mean, it's not like you can't go up on the internet and see it. But yeah, it's just disgusting how the media works. Even back in the day, this was one of the most worst media, things to be put out to the public, and to make the lovely suicide or whatever the hell they were calling it, and it's disturbing. It's sick. To even think one would just, hey, take that picture, and make a mockery of it, make it something like a beautiful suicide, not so miserable, to say. And it's just raunchy media, and disturbing, disgusting. Can't put no more words than that in there for this, photo to be publicized as something as the most beautiful picture, of a suicide, and it's not right. And I don't know. I think I even said this in this video, but to take it down, I understand they don't like the imagery of the stuff, but I'm kind of disappointed too, because I'm not here promoting it. I'm here to friggin' talk about it. And, I encourage everybody to stay away from the S word. And if I can be any help, give me a hand. I mean, give me a comment. See what I can do. I mean, I did an interview with a guy, and, on his YouTube channel. And he, was talking about how he felt better after he had it with me and talk with me. And he, had to talk with me, right? And, I think he was in that deep, dark area too. And I can see he's doing great on his channel and everything. And, thumbs up, my brother. I'll have to put his name in the description. Everybody go check it out. But he talks about stuff like this, and, I think he also goes over the Delphi murders and other cases too. But, yeah, this is one serious situation that no one wants to be in. Stay away from it. I mean, I understand them dark voices in your head, and, the things that rude and disturbing and disgusting comments, or say so. What people think. It's not what people think. It's not what people think of you. It's what you think of yourself. It's what you can do for yourself to make yourself better than that other person. 100% to 2,000,000% better than that person. Because, hang on a sec. I just had to pause a moment. Wife had to come out and make sure to tell me that we have a new spawn demon virus coming our way from China. And mind you, every shot that you get will not defend it. Not like the shot's been defending anything else. No, that's another topic. I think I was forget what the hell I was saying, but anyways, all in all, suicide, not the thing to do. I mean, for anybody to think it, do it, show it. Oh, that's what I was saying. You need to fight the demons that surround you. Any demon on the street that surround you, of course. And with that being said, I always like to throw in there is the Native Americans and how they would become warriors. And I will add this to the warrior plan. But to become a warrior back, I believe it was for the, northeastern tribes. And I believe I read it in the Great Powwow that they were to hike 7 days out. So that means however long 7 days would take to walk to a spot away from home. You are not allowed to eat, drink within them. So I don't think it was you walk 7 days. You have to do 7 days, but you had to do it away from water in your camp. And you would have to spend 7 days by yourself. And of course, not eating, not getting nutrition, not having water, dehydrated. And if you were to make it back to camp alive, and only one can just imagine the thoughts, the mind shutting down, you sitting there just yourself at night at that, and the thoughts and the demons and the, whatever has happened in your mind, just like suicide. If you survive that and you come back alive, you become a true, authentic warrior. And one goes for the same with suicide thoughts. Because, I know what it is to sit there in that little space, in that hole, in that staring at the frickin' walls and everything that you've encountered in life, bashing your brain. I know that feeling. And I still go through it every day to my present day. And you want to become strong, you gotta fight them demons back. Some don't make it. It's unfortunate. But with the right, communication from another person as yourself, like moi, things should be all right. You should be proud of what you go through and smash through the walls and break out of the little room that secludes you from whatever bad things happened. And you become a true, authentic warrior. Simple as that. No looking back. Only look back in time for the good things. And that's exactly what I do to keep my mind occupied. There's days when I wander around and I see things that remind me of my father, or remind me of my mother, or remind me of my friends that have passed. Just like today, I did a video, earlier today, I did a video of the new rail trail, Leominster Fitchburg. Times that I went down that damn trail on a dirt bike with a lot of friends, even my man Paul Clapper. Always doing something throughout the city. And the memories just flood all the good stuff. So it's like I'm not here to promote. I'm not here to goddamn put nobody in dangered predicament for their life. And for YouTube to say this about me, I mean, yeah, I'm only here to help. I want to help. I want to be an advocate, not a promoter. So, just wanted to share this. Till that next video, everybody be safe. Take care. Fight them goddamn demons. I don't care how bad they get. You can fight them. I do it every day. Every day. And what I like to do in the end, if I ever do make it big, I'm going to put up the picture of one of my favorite monumental, figures. Epic, legendary figures of a monumental figure in my brain of Eddie from Iron Maiden fighting the devil. And then they have another picture of Eddie with the devil's head in his hand towards victory. And, Bruce Dickinson once said on stage, I watched a video not too long back, about everybody calling Iron Maiden Satanisms. They're not Satanism. And for people that don't know music, they're a band that explains and tells stories, and that's how bands used to be back in my time, even before my time. Tell the tales and the stories, and that's all Iron Maiden is. And when they brought that picture forth toward me, that was one of the most and more things that I looked at to say I want to conquer in life. I want to be just like Eddie, fight the devil, and chop his goddamn head off. And stick it up on a platter. And I feel as if I'm getting there. Slowly, very slowly, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but I think from here on out, I got something going for myself, and I think it's going to be good. But until that next video, people, once again, stay strong. Get rid of your nasty thoughts. And I hope to see you back here again on the next one. And I want to make sure I make everybody known that who has ever joined, I thank you once again. Highly appreciated. One day I'm hoping that I will do my goddamn best to pay each and every one of you back. Being here. Keeping me alive. Without the fans, there is no bands. Out.